This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that delivers right to your front door. Their service shops plans and delivers your favorite step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients all in this recyclable insulated packaging. In order to get your $30 off your first week of HelloFresh, visit www.hellofresh.com and enter my promo code BeMyGuest30 for $30 off your first week. Nutritional info and recipe cards for each meal are in the box, and step-by-step instructions because I'm always looking for new recipes to try, totally taking me out of my comfort zone, and it takes a lot of stress off about what to make for dinner. First, I will be making sliced steak tagliata with sweet potatoes, green beans, and tomato vinaigrette. This is definitely a meal that I will be making again, and having step-by-step instructions and recipe cards makes it even more fun to cook. All of the vegetables are so fresh, as if I went into the grocery store and handpicked them all myself. I'm washing and preparing all of my vegetables that were given. I'm preparing to roast my sweet potatoes, which is so healthy for you, by the way. So after my vegetables are cleaned and prepared, I'm ready to roast my sweet potatoes. My oven is preheated and I'm spreading my potatoes on a baking sheet. Next I'm adding minced garlic, we love a lot of garlic, and rosemary and some salt and pepper and some olive oil. Give it a quick toss and in the oven it goes for 20 minutes or until lightly crisp. HelloFresh also has meal plans according to the size family you have. I have a meal plan for 4 and I'm ready to cook the steak. On my last video, you all wanted to know what kind of frying pan I was using. It's by Aisha Curry, it's aluminum and it heats very fast and it cooks your food evenly. I love it and it's very easy to clean. I'm adding oil to the pan over medium heat and I'm seasoning it with salt and pepper, cooking the steak for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Then I transfer the steak onto a baking sheet and let it roast in the oven until cooked for about 5 to 10 minutes. While the steak is cooking, I placed the green beans in a microwave-safe bowl and I added a splash of water and covered it with plastic wrap. Then I poked a few holes on the top of the wrap and microwaved it on high for 5 minutes. While that's heating, I'm making my vinaigrette. My husband just loves anything vinegar-based, so I knew he would love this meal. I placed the sliced tomatoes in a pan with oil on medium heat, and then I added a tablespoon of garlic, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, and a half a teaspoon of sugar, and the rosemary and the stock concentrate, and let it simmer until thickened. Time to plate it up. This was such a fantastic meal. I'm fixing a plate for me and the hubster. Our son is at work this day, but the vinaigrette was really the star of the show. I had extra, so I will be saving that for a salad for the next day for lunch. The potatoes was just right with the rosemary and the garlic. I never had it that way before, so this really was the perfect meal. Chicken pineapple quesadillas. This is a meal that your entire family will love, well at least mine do. All of the ingredients are portioned out and ready for you to wash and prep. I like that I don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen because all of their recipes only take around 30 minutes. I placed a little oil in my pan and then I'm adding some sliced onion and some bell pepper, cooking and tossing until it's softened. And then I seasoned it with salt and pepper and added the pineapple. So be sure to drain the juice and let that cook until lightly browned for about 2 to 3 minutes. So while the veggies are cooking, I'm making Pico De Gallo, which is actually a condiment. Chopped tomatoes, cilantro, lime, minced onions, salt and pepper to taste. Then I will set that aside and make my filling. I chop my chicken breast into pieces, I added salt and pepper, and cook it until you no longer see pink in the center. I'm ready to build my quesadilla. On the quesadillas, I rubbed oil on one side, facing down, and sprinkled mozzarella on it, following it up with Southwest chicken, peppers, and onions. Then broil or bake into the oven until golden brown, keeping a close eye on them, and cut and serve into wedges and serve. And last, sesame honey beef stir fry with carrot ribbons and jasmine rice. This has to be my favorite of both worlds, sweet and savory. After washing my veggies, I got a pot of water boiling on the stove to start my rice because That takes the longest, of course. Then I'm using a vegetable peeler to shade my carrots lengthwise into ribbons. I chopped scallions, minced onions, and it's all ready to go. I added oil to my pan to cook my carrots, tossing them until they were tender. And in another pan, I'm cooking my beef. After the beef was fully cooked, I added the cooked carrots back to the beef. And then I added my soy sauce, sesame oil, and honey. Meanwhile, in a small bowl, I added 1 pack of sriracha. You can add more if you like, 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Now this sauce will go on the rice, but your kids may not be a fan of this because it's really hot and spicy. Now honestly, all 3 meals was just delicious. The fact that HelloFresh makes it so easy to cook a delicious balanced meal for less than $10 a meal gets a stamp in my book. I will leave their link down below along with my promo code BeMyGuest30 for $30 off your first week of HelloFresh. And I want to thank you all for watching.